small tractor. Hello there, how are you doing? So last night was the tractor run and it was absolutely amazing. You've just seen the footage of it. I'm hoping the footage came out all right. I've not actually looked at it. So we, for once, watched down in Ramsey, which is brilliant. Yeah, we'd been in to see, in fact, one of my clients playing in a band and they were great. Well, not in a band, on his own, in a pub. Awesome. And right next to where the tractors came through. So as soon as he finished playing, we went out, we watched the tractors come through down in Ramsey. I did forget to say I have just reached 300 subscribers. I think I'm actually at 302 now. So this is absolutely fantastic. 300 subscribers on YouTube. Way to go. Thank you so much. And I have just finished. Sorry, that's very jerky, isn't it? The beacon is fitted. So we've now got flashy lights on the top of the pickup, which is what we need for this contract that's coming up to make sure that we are safe and compliant. And I've managed to do that without drilling any holes, so that is really good. I'm going to go cut up a tree in a bit, so I'm going to actually try and get you some proper footage of me doing some work rather than the normal me talking in here. Yeah, I do need to work out what the hell I'm going to do with this as well, because I'm due a haircut in 2 weeks and it's getting a little bit long, and whether I carry on with the shaved out sides, I don't know. I think this is, do I just go back to short back and sides? Solutions in the comments if you want. Right, I'm going to crack on. That's very soft. I might sink if I try and drive through here. I'm going to have to be careful. I've just realised that this bit's very wet down here. Just cutting up that tree, and I've just seen that the storm coming in tonight has now been named by the Irish Met Office, Met Era, to be Bram. I'm guessing that's its pronunciation. I'm never really sure. But what I did see whilst I was here was Brussels sprouts. They've not done brilliantly, but some of the Brussels, look at them ones. Them ones are all right. So some of my Brussels sprouts have grown, which is absolutely amazing. So I'm really happy that because I've kind of forgot about everything down here. Well, I haven't forgot, I've just ignored everything down here. Probably for good reasons, because it is so. Look at that. Joys. I'm going to push through here and see what else is growing, because my carrots are still down here. I stopped harvesting the carrots because it got to the point where there wasn't that many coming up. I think they will probably have stopped growing. There's still carrots here, but yeah. What else did I have? More carrots there. Turnips. What about the turnips? So yeah, Storm Bran coming in tonight. Tonight, through into tomorrow, which is going to be great because tomorrow morning I'm on a job down in Douglas. That's all carrots. Turnips. No, turnips are all still very small. Let me show you them. I'm going to have to edit some of that out, aren't I? Look at that. They're probably really sweet. Sweet. They're probably really sweet. That one's a bit bigger. Not really what they're supposed to be though, is it? And obviously, all looking very empty. There are still some pumpkins out there. I've not managed to get them all shifted yet because I'm just struggling for time. So I need to get the rest of them done really, because that's going to make a bit of a mess the longer I leave it. I'm heading for lunch now, and then I'm going to get the rest of these trees cut up when I get back. And yeah, right. Nice weather out here. Look at that. Right, you can look at the weather, you don't need to look at me. Why would anyone want to look at me? There's the weather. Some pretty big clouds that way as well. So, yeah, it's all kind of getting there. See you. There you go, you've just seen me cutting that bit of tree up and seeing how quick and easy it is when you've got the proper tools. I kind of know what I'm doing. Well, I do. I've done chainsaw tickets. I have quite a lot of chainsaw tickets because I used to do bits of forestry as well. Hang on, let me just lift that up because I'm having to bend down because the tripod's really short for some reason. Yeah, so I've got quite a lot of tickets behind my name for chainsaw work. It's been a while since I've done a lot of the big stuff, but I am qualified to climb and all that lot. But I don't do it anymore. Does do other things. So trees mostly cut up. What I'm going to do is get the brass shifted out of the way. I'm probably going to go get the telehandler and bring that down. I'll see which telehandler's got a bucket on, and yeah, get some of this picked up, and that'll be firewood for the house and for anyone else as well. So I have got one more tree to go, which you're not going to be able I can't do that because I've tightened that one. You're not going to be able to see because it'll be out of focus, but there we go, there's another one there. So I'm going to cut that up as well, and get that sorted. So sorry. I'm not very good at this, am I? Yeah, so I'm going to go get the telehandler and I'm going to crack on, get that done and get some of this dust off me, and then I can work out what next. So, I remembered this week, here is the willow that we planted. We've had a bit of mixed response, but obviously that is 1 year's growth. Well, less than a year's growth. Obviously it's not going to grow anymore this year. A couple of them have not done so well. A couple of them, like these, they sprouted and then haven't thrived. That could be something to do with the Griselinia, which, to be honest, I don't think I've ever seen as many berries on a Griselinia as that. Is that a sign of things to come? Harsh winters? They're absolutely loaded. But the ones that have grown have done really well. I'll be looking to try and get some of these into a bit of shape of something. But overall, I'm pretty happy with how they've come. Obviously the matting is kind of being covered up now, but that's fine. I didn't really want a big black bit of matting there. I might put some wood chip underneath, and obviously one of the two new bridges is there. It's a funny shape because the ground's a funny shape. I could get the ride-on mower over there. The ones that are on the downstream side didn't do as well. I think only 2 out of the 6 or 8 grew there. But yeah, I remembered. Back down on Douglas Promenade, and it is a Wednesday, and you should have seen some of the footage of the waves coming up here on yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. So that building there, the ticket office, had about 2 foot of water around it from what was coming up here. Now the tide is out. You can see how far down that is there. That's a long way. But what I wanted to show you is our little kind of dog's tying me up. I've got the other dog. I have Willow. Willow's with me this time. Yes, our little, almost like the Hollywood sign, but not quite. Obviously, electric railway there. That is where the sheds for the Manx Electric Railway, which is the tram which goes all the way from here to Ramsey via Laxey. And then from Laxey you could go up onto the mountain from it. But obviously a bit calmer today than it was yesterday. And I've parked at the same place, so I've just parked at the sea terminal, which is there. Yeah, there. And I've just walked 2.5 kilometres this way, and I'm just about to turn around and walk 2.5 kilometres back. No, I haven't. I've walked 3 kilometres because I actually started before the prom does. So, yeah. Nice evening. Wouldn't have wanted to be doing this yesterday when we had storm force winds. Okay, that's all a bit of silliness, but the new salt spinner is here and is put together. So I collected it yesterday. No, I didn't. Collected it on Tuesday on the way back in the storm. Picked it up from the shipper over here who had it in their warehouse. So yeah, got that in and sorted. Tomorrow I am going to be back milling again, which is going to make sure there's another load of food ready to go, because we've got the big trailer back. Not that he thinks that he's going to need it just yet, but it's at least ready if it so happens, or I end up busy or whatever next week. So yeah, always good to... That one didn't sound good. To get sorted. Today I have sorted out the barn. I have tried to get my tractor fired up by putting someone has just... Ooh, look, it's nice and clean in there as well. Very kindly donated me a new battery. So I've got the battery into it and it starts, but it won't keep running. So I need to order some spark plugs, and it seems that they are a funny size. It probably is having issues with there's like an inline fuel filter which doesn't seem to be filling up with fuel. So my knowledge of inline fuel filters is they should all fill up with fuel, and this one doesn't. So I'm not quite sure what's going on there. So that might be a video for another day when I try to sort out something with the fuel lines on it and see about putting new fuel lines on. That might be a good shout, actually. Get it all, because it needs to work. It needs to be running. You know, it'd be nice to do the tractor run or something on it, but obviously there's no way you could do that when it can't even run to move 20 yards from my yard into the barn, because now the main area of the barn's sorted out. I've literally got rid of 2 things, and I can now fit the tractor in there with a load of room. So that is how inefficiently it was all stuffed in there, everything. One of them was a ride-on mower that's not mine that was sat in there. So I've pushed that out and chucked it into the barn. But yeah, so I'll be back down tomorrow and we'll get this sorted. I need to get that trailer emptied. I need to put them onto that pallet so I can move them in the future easier. That would be the way to do it, I think. So yeah, going to get on with them, and that'll be tomorrow's job. So I'll do the moving of stuff in between the milling. Sounds like a plan. And we're coming towards the end of another week. Well, we are at the end of another week. There's no coming towards it. And I'm dusty as heck because I have just done another load of feed. Can't believe that the weather's going to be bad again this weekend. Look at that. Lovely blue sky. Oh, I've got it on the cinematic setting, of course. So at which point some of my wisps of hair are out of focus. Unless... yeah, so it's been another week. Obviously, we only have a week and a half to go till Christmas now, so it's getting a little bit serious. I have just learned that there's going to be an artisan market all next week, so I'm going to try and pop down and see that in Ramsey. Little Meadow Farm will be down there. You know, always nice to go try and support them. And we might have a plan for this bit of the field, but that will all come in due course. I still need to get all my fence posts in, and there is the odd few pumpkins still hanging around, but only a few of them now. Sun's looking pretty spectacular. I tell you what, hang on. There we go, that's a bit better. Let's try and get that. There, look at that. Fantastic, eh? So yes, still odd few pumpkins hanging around. They're all getting a little bit soft now, so they are not kind of wanting to come up as nice as I hoped. What Well, I'm going to head off. I'm going to have a weekend. It's the last airsoft game of 2025 this Sunday, which is potentially in the bad weather. But there's going to be a Santa about. Well, there might be a few of us, but I'm definitely going to be one of them. So, and all I've got to say is thank you so much for likes, subscribes and follows. It means so much to see you commenting and liking the video. So, see you soon next week. Take care.